Hey, what's going on, girl? Welcome to another episode of W. Darce, the Women's Dating and Relationship Coaching channel. I am your dating and relationship coach, Michael J. Fit, reminding you to listen to your intuition and keep them eyes open. In today's issue that may require a tissue is 5 tips to avoid an argument. In your relationship, there are going to be disagreements, but an argument, an all-out feud, a yelling battle is very unnecessary, and they can be avoided doing very simple things. Now, before we get into today's episode, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. Go and hit that like button. Show me some love like I'm showing you some love. If you can, hit that share button. Share this with somebody you think that might need to hear it. As well as I'd love to hear any comments from you, any feedback, any questions. Also, if you would like a requested video made specifically for you and your situation, go ahead and hit that PayPal button down below. Drop a donation and you will be the first one to get that video back. Also, if you would like to work with me one-on-one as your personal coach, just go ahead and click that link below that says private coaching down to my website. Fill out the form and I'll get with you. We can get started right away. Okay, the very first thing you can begin doing right now in your relationship to prevent those arguments is listen. Listen to listen. Nothing else. No hidden agenda. Listen to what your partner is saying. Right when you feel that a disagreement is coming about, listen to what your partner is saying. A lot of the times we listen to say something back. We're listening as to where we're waiting for our chance to talk. We're not really fully engaged on listening to what's going on, listening to gain insight, listening to understand. We are listening for our chance to jump in and defend ourselves or come through with our rebuttal or in a way that we disagree. When you just listen to just simply understand and gain insight, and you just hold back your talking and your responses just a bit, it gives your partner the chance to full on let out whatever they need to tell you, and you'll be able to really understand what the issue is at hand, and it gives you a chance to just wheeze back and work on your patience, as well as just listen and don't feel the need to say something immediately. You just listen, and it actually works better for your relationship your partner is able to express what they need to express without any interruptions, as well as you're able to work on your patience as well. So listen just to listen. Listen to gain insight. Don't listen because you're waiting for your chance to respond or make a comeback, okay? The very next thing you can do is, this one may be tough, okay? But trust me, your boy Michael J. Fit wouldn't stray you wrong here. Listen and not be offended. Yeah. Give up your right to not be offended. Because being offended is a choice. That is something you choose for yourself. Nobody can offend you unless you allow them, unless you give permission for them to offend you. Though people may say offensive things, the moment you get offended, that's you giving up, and that's you letting them win. In life in general, doesn't even have to be with your partner and your relationship. In your life in general, you should never be getting offended by anything, because you give people permission to offend you, just like you give people permission to embarrass you. People don't embarrass you. You give them permission to. So remember that. Give up your right to be offended. Just try it. Just trust me. And things will go a lot smoother. Not only that, you'll build your emotional resiliency, and you'll soon learn that I'm not really offended. It's just I'm giving up my I'm giving up my self-esteem, or I'm allowing them to offend me by doing that, by saying that. And after so much repetition of applying that, you will be able to be a lot more mentally tough. Okay? And then you will be avoiding arguments, because if you're not offended, you can just listen freely and they say what they'd like. Yeah, but that's cool. It doesn't offend me. You become more of a patient and understanding person as a result of it. Okay? So moving on to number 3. The moment you feel the disagreement escalating into an argument, draw back immediately. Send the troops back. There is no need to continue on and let the debate keep escalating until it turns into an angry or non-positive situation where your voices are beginning to be raised, and it's drawing in that kind of energy, which will result in that all-out verbal brawl. The moment you feel it's starting to escalate, just draw back. And just be, but it takes conscious awareness. It takes you being very aware of what's going on. So the moment you feel that, sometimes you feel that tingle in your body where like, ugh, you're starting to get, it's starting to go there. Be very aware and just tell yourself, you know what? It's time to draw back. There is no need to further escalate this until it goes to an argument, which kind of leads into the fourth one is, remember this. In that debate, in that disagreement, though it is very important that you express your view, you don't have to be right all of the time. You don't have to be right all of the time. Yeah, I said it again. You don't have to be right. A lot of the times we get into these arguments back and forth because we want our partner to agree with us. We want to win by them saying, you know what, you're right. And we want to be right, and we don't stop arguing until they see that we're right. When you give up your right to be right all of the time, you will soon see that I don't need to be right about everything. Or even if they don't think I'm right and you still think you're right, there is no need to prove it. There is no need to win that argument. What would you rather have? A peaceful relationship or you winning every argument? Just learn to let it go. You don't need to be right about everything. Not only that, your partner doesn't need to have the same views as you. Yeah, in some important things in life and relationship, of course, but not every little thing. All right, so remember that is the fourth one. And before we go into the fifth and final one, once again, if you have not subscribed, please subscribe. If you have not, drop a like or a comment, whatever it is, even if it's a small comment, even if it's a little emoji. The more comments this video gets, the more it lets YouTube know that, hey, people are digging this video, more people need to see it, and more it will pop up for others to view as well, and give them an opportunity to improve their relationship. The fifth and final one is very simple. And you're gonna go, man, I watched this whole video just to hear this one right here and wait for the fifth and final one. I already knew this, but do you? It is to breathe deep. And I mean that. Physically, you breathe deep. Because when you are beginning to argue, when you are beginning to get angry, a certain part of your brain is beginning to shut down. That is the prefrontal lobe portion of your brain, which is responsible for effective decision making. And when you are getting angry, you are not breathing how you need to properly oxygenate your brain. Therefore, the oxygen supply is getting cut off, preventing you from making rational decisions. That's why you say things in an angry way, and then later on you apologize and say, yeah, I probably shouldn't have said that. Yeah. So just breathe deep. breathe as deep as you absolutely can. You can literally feel your lungs expand, and this doesn't go just in your relationship. You can do this every single day, even when you don't feel yourself beginning to get angry. If you practice breathing exercises every single day, just because that will actually give you more patience, more emotional resiliency, and properly oxygenate your body, so it's even more difficult for anybody to shake you emotionally. So I would strongly urge that you practice that, not just in a heated argument or a potential situation, but just do that on a regular basis. Because human beings, most of us, we breathe shallow and we're not properly oxygenating our body anyway. So those are my 5 tips. I hope it helped. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And yes, if you would like to reach out to me, click on the links below. Send me a message. Send me an email. I don't know. Send me a smoke signal. Send me a telepathic message. I don't care. Just reach out to me. We will get you started on your coaching. And other than that, I must remind you to listen to your intuition and keep them eyes open.